Everyone. Welcome to the QuickBooks Online live demonstration. And today we are going to be talking about how to pay your bills using QuickBooks Online. We're going to go over both ways or all the ways you can use QuickBooks Online to pay your bills. Now, please remember, as always, we are using a sample company, so all the features are not live in the sample company. So you might not be able to see all the features, but you can see how to do it. So for those who are over here on Clubhouse, thank you. For those who are on Clubhouse, if you have any question, if you come to the stage, just know that they will hear you over on the YouTube video. For those who are on the YouTube video, welcome. Thank you for coming. Please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on your notification because we do this live demonstration every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have something inside of QuickBooks that you think you need to see demonstrated, or if you're a new user and just want to ask a question about QuickBooks, feel free to put your question below in the comment. I'll be more than happy to answer. If there's any other question, any other things you want to see on YouTube, please feel free to put it in. We will answer your question and we will do a live demonstration for you. Now, please remember that some information is sensitive. So if the question you ask is of a sensitive nature, we will not answer it live. We'll probably reach out to you and say, hey, is this something that you want us to look at for you? Because we know that finances is a sensitive topic. It is a sensitive topic. And we know we don't want to put our business all the way out there, right? We don't want to put our business all the way out there. So please make sure. And for those who are in the Clubhouse room, please share the video out. Share the video out. You can also share the YouTube out. And for those who are in the group, let me share this. Tell them to come join us. Join the QuickBooks conversation. Because we know that somebody needs to hear this. Oh, give me a minute. Okay, share. I'm just sharing this out so that for those people who need to hear it, we want to make sure. Let me see if I can share this. Okay. So just bear with me. Let me just make sure that I do this. I think I did it already. All right. So we are all the way inside of QuickBooks Online. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is that when you receive a bill, this is not a receipt. You did not spend the money yet. So let me give you an idea of some of the things that you will receive a bill for. If you receive your phone bill, if you receive electric bill, usually, or if someone sends you an invoice that you have to pay, the first thing that needs to happen is that invoice needs to be entered into QuickBooks. So you got to enter the invoice inside of QuickBooks. So to enter the invoice, you have two ways to enter the invoice. One, you can just hit the new button, and on the vendor, you can hit bill, and we're going to be entering a bill. And we just going to put Books by Bexy. Now, when you're entering the bill, this information is on the bill. It gives you a term. The term net 15 means you have 15 days to pay. QuickBooks will automatically put the due date in. And we're going to put the August. We just put in this as the number. The invoice have a number. If it doesn't, I like to take the number from the invoice. That way we don't duplicate the invoice. So now it picks up the term. So we know this is due by This is due by August 24th. The category, QuickBook does remember the category. So it remember the category, the amount, all of that is done for you. Now we're going to close that. At the bottom of the screen, at the bottom of the screen, you can do save. So I'm going to show you how to do it both ways. So you can just go ahead and save this. So now this bill is saved in your system, and I'm going to show you that way. So if you save the bill and then on the 24th you're going to pay, you go right here and you go to pay bills. Now when you go to pay bills, this is the one we enter. So it's the 24th and we're paying the bill, right? And you check this. You can schedule to pay online, right? You can schedule to pay online, or you can pay it by check. Now, at the top right here where it says payment account, if you click on the checking, if you click on the checking account, what it will automatically does is give you a check number. I'm sorry. If you're not going to print the check, which most people are not using checks, so what you would do if you just want to make sure it's paid, you click on that and it will say print later. If you're going to write the check manually, which you're going to take a physical check, write the check manually and send it to Books by Betsy. What you will need to do is you would need to change the number to the physical number that's on the check. The physical number that's on the check. So you will change the number to, let's say the check number is 1035. You add that check number. This will not print, right? Right here, you can save and print if you're going to print the check. If you're not printing the check, because most people are not printing the check anymore. So you can just do save and close, and this will record the payment. This is going to show up as a check payment with the check number that's on the physical check that you are going to send to the customer, to the client, customer, client, vendor, that you're going to send to your vendor. So if we do save and close, now when you go to your bank register, not the bank center, it is going to show up in your bank register. I don't know why they keep. So now here it is showing up in your bank register. When the check physically clear at the bank, it's going to show up. It's going to show up in your bank feed that is uploaded from your bank. So this is one way that you can pay the bill. So you actually use a physical check and mail the check to the customer. So we're going to go back and enter another bill. Welcome, Cindy Lou. Thank you for coming in. So now we're going to do pay a bill. We're going to, this time, the telephone bill, and it picks it up. This is due upon receipt, right? Which means if you're doing a bill that's due upon receipt, right? We're going to enter it, the telephone, you can put whatever description, you can put the number in. Right here, you can save and schedule the payment. I don't know if this is going to make us do it because this is actually, okay, we're going to go to that. This is probably not, I don't know how far this is going to go because it's not live. This company is a sample company, so we'll see how far it takes us. But in a live company, if you notice at the bottom right here, Melio is the app that is used to schedule the payment. I don't know if this is going to make us do it. because this is a sample company. So let's see if it will do it. Usually I don't know. Don't do that to me. Oh, all right. I think this is as far as it will allow us to go. So what will happen is that Melio, if your bank is connected, it's connected to your bank account, and then it's going to give you a window to schedule the payment online. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Let me stop sharing the screen for a minute so we can get back. We can. So sorry, guys. We got to log back on to QuickBooks Online. So that's one of the feature that's not live in the in the sample company. The question that was asked is if it is automatically scheduled. If it is automatically scheduled, so I'm going to give you a couple of options, and then you can decide if you want which one you want to use. If it's automatically scheduled, you can go in and enter it. And I'm going to show you how to enter it. When the automatic payment comes in, it's going to recognize that it was already entered into QuickBooks. And then you would match it from the bank feed. So let's go back. Let's share the screen again so I can show you that. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Hey, Patrice, welcome. Thank you so much for coming over here on Facebook. Welcome to the Facebook users. We're sorry that was a break in transmission. So you can schedule the payment from your bank account, from your online bank account. When you do that, it's scheduled through Melio. That you have the option like we were trying to do. Even if we go to pay bill and we're just going to choose one of these bills, it gives you the option to schedule online. We're not going to be able to show you that live because that feature is not live in the sample company. So once you click here, it's going to bring you to Melio, and it's going to ask you for the bank information of the vendor, the person who you're sending the money to. You're going to need their information so you can put it in, and it's a direct. I know we use the word direct deposit to be associated with payroll, but it's a direct deposit. It's an ACH that's going to go from your bank to their bank. And that's one way of making the payment. Another way, so if that's when you enter the bill, so that's when hey Betty, welcome. That's when you enter the bill and you pay from the pay screen. Now, if you no, okay, we're not saving this. If you have a bill that is scheduled to come out of your account every month, you can also go in and set that as a recurring. That's a whole another lesson that I'll go through. But the easiest way to do it is to go in and you can either enter it as an expense, a check, or a bill. If you enter it as an expense, right? You enter the expense, the payee, it's the gas station company. You put that in, and the payment account. Let's say you're paying it from your PayPal account. It's automatically taken from your PayPal, your MasterCard, or your Visa card. Then you choose if it's automatically taken from your bank, you can also choose the bank account right here. And now you can save it and close it. This is now entered into QuickBooks Online, right? This is entered into QuickBooks Online. So QuickBooks Online now have this transaction entered, and all you do is save and close. When your bank feed information comes in, it's going to show up in the bank feed. and it's going to tell you that there is a match inside of QuickBooks. Because remember, when you go to QuickBooks, when the things that comes in from the bank, when the bank is connected, that's not yet entered into QuickBooks, right? It's just a holding area, because a lot of people connect their bank account and say, oh, I connect my bank account, not realizing that even though they connect their bank account, it's not yet entered into QuickBooks. So if you have a bill that is recurring and you want to make sure that that bill is entered into QuickBooks, then you either can go through the new, enter it as an expense. You can even enter it as a if you enter it as a bill, you have to do the next step where you do the pay the bills so it can be paid. So I would recommend you enter it as an expense. Another way to enter things that are recurring that you set an automatic is to actually use the rules inside of the bank feed. And what you would do is you would create a rule, you put the business name, money out, you put the account that is coming from. All right, let's see if we can do a rule. I hope this is live inside of here. Let's see if it will allow us okay, a rental. We're going to do it from the transaction because it makes it easier. And we're going to call this, let's see if we can find we're going to call that automobile expense. And what we're going to do is now the thing with the rule, thank you. The thing with the rule is, if you notice, if you set a rule to the business name, it doesn't. So you have to create, let's go this, create a rule, and we're going to call this rental. Now, what is key to setting the rule is the description. So we do not want contain. We want to change it from that name, and then we're going to put right here this amount. So you want it to be a specific amount. And expense automobile, you can actually put the payee name in here. And I recommend you always put your payee name inside your vendor name. Always put your vendor name. Are we going to not put that in because and you can put a tag. If you set this to automatic, confirm transaction, automatic, what will happen is that every time a transaction comes in that says a rental $800, that will be automatically posted to the category automobile. If I save this, it's going to post that $800. If you notice, it posts the $800 and it did not post the other two because these are not $800. So if it's a specific amount, if you have other amount coming from the company, then and you want to be a specific amount, then you can put the specific amount when you create a rule. What it will do is every time there's a rental comes into your account, it's going to automatically post it for you. So you have the option of manually entering it, go in, set it up, enter the bill, and the bill will automatically, when it comes in, you have to match it in the feed, or you can just go and set up the rule inside of QuickBooks Online. Was that helpful? Thank you so much for those who joined us today over here in Clubhouse, for those who are joining on YouTube, and for those who are joining in the Facebook group. If you're on the Clubhouse and you want to see the live demonstration, please feel free to. Did I put the link at the top? Yes, the link is at the top of the room. Click on the YouTube and it will take you to the YouTube channel where you can see the live demonstration. Thank you, Rashida. Thank you, Mama Pat. Thank you, Cindy Lou, for coming in. Thank you, Betty, for coming in. So that is how you enter your bill and you'll pay your bill for using QuickBooks Online. So you can either schedule the payment. You can physically write a check. Who writes check these days? I don't know. Or you can, if it's a recurring payment where that company is taking the money out of your account. Easy one to think about: Zoom. You sign up for Zoom takes the money out every month. But remember, you have to make sure that if you are setting it up inside of QuickBooks where you're hitting the expense, the most important thing is to make sure that you're changing the payment account. So if you're using a credit card, you can make sure that you put whatever payment method you're using, you change it to make sure that is, so that when that payment comes into your QuickBooks through your bank feed, you can now match the payment. The other way is to enter a bill. When you enter a bill, it gives you the option to right there and then in the screen that you enter the bill, this is always to schedule a payment. We're not going to hit that because it's going to tie up the broadcast again. You hit the schedule payment, it will take you to a window which allow you to schedule an ACH from your bank account to the person's bank account. So you can use it that way. You can enter it as an expense, you can enter it as a bill, and then you're able to pay it. If the payment is deducted, you can either record it here or you can go to the banking window and actually schedule to create a rule. You can create a rule from just clicking right here, click new rule, and create a rule right here, or you can go to the transaction, the physical transaction, click it right here, and it gives you the option at the bottom to create a rule. Now, if you have a receipt, you can attach the receipt right here. If you want to see, all of these, you can do right from that window. All right, guys, that's it. That's how you use QuickBooks Online to make your payment, to schedule your payment. If you use a check, if you just go in and pay the bill and choose check, and you did not send a physical check out, the bill is not going to be paid. All right, guys, the bill is not going to be paid. And we make that mistake sometimes. We go in, we use we did a physical, we say pay the bills without actually going and schedule the payment. So you can schedule the payment. The recurring, you can set the bills that comes in like Zoom. If you want to actually enter it, you can set it up as a recurring expense. And what it will do each month on that day, it just posts to your account. And when the bill comes in, it's going to show you that's already entered inside of QuickBooks Online. Was that helpful, Miss Rashida? Let me know if that was helpful. If there is any more question, please feel free to put the question in the chat or put a comment on whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube. I notice Sheeta is over here. She is on Twitter. I didn't even know I was on Twitter as well. You are welcome. So, guys, thank you so much for coming. I know normally we are here for an hour. That hour is all the way down to a half an hour, 45 minutes. Because, like I tell you, my voice is just at that point where after 30 minutes, it feels like it's going. So, thank you for those who join us today on whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Clubhouse. We do this live demonstration every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We answer your question. I always like when I get a question because then I can tell you what to do. But if you're not doing it and need that as specific stuff that we're talking about, then But if you ask a question, if somebody else have the same question. You know how they say there's no stupid question, right? But if you think about that question, somebody else is thinking about the same question too. So, guys, thank you for coming. So, for those on YouTube, please remember, if you are a QuickBooks user, you have been using QuickBooks, you need help, please feel free to reach out to me. The link will be below where you can schedule some time, and I'll be more than happy to take a look at your QuickBooks. If you're new to QuickBooks and you need to be using QuickBooks, there's a link also where you can get some discount, 30% discount for 12 months. The link will be below the video, and you can go to that link and sign up for QuickBooks Online. Please feel free, if you have any question, to put them in the comment so that we can answer your question. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you guys back here next week Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.